get to have water. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Grand Rising. Good morning. Welcome, Teresa.
Family.
And welcome, other Teresa. Grand Rising. Welcome, Abimbola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grand Rising. Good morning. Welcome to day number 385. Welcome, welcome. So I would like you all to have, for today's presentation, have a mirror, a handheld mirror if you have one nearby, or have the ability to have your phone on selfie mode at some point when I ask you for it. So that's what we need. And of course, water, always. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning. Grand Rising. Welcome, everyone.
Peace and blessings.
Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget, have a mirror handy, a handheld mirror. Have your water nearby, which I'm going to need a drink soon. And just be open. Take notes if you're inspired to do so. And that's what we need for today. Grand Rising, welcome Facebook. Welcome everyone in the Zoom space. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining us on day number 385 in the Wake Up Everybody virtual community. Today I'm going to be talking about self-love through the stages of life. Welcome everyone. Welcome Marie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grand Rising, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good morning, Coach Sheryl.
Good morning, Adam. Welcome. Thank you. Grand Rising. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started very soon. Again, if you haven't got one yet, grab a handheld mirror. And if you don't have access to a handheld mirror, have your phone, know how to go into selfie mode, like to take a selfie of yourself with your phone so you can see yourself. And have a glass of water nearby. That's right, John, you got a big one, I like that. Shine it up, shine it up. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for getting up with me this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I love that beautiful scarf or kimono you have on. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome, Zakia. Welcome. Grand Rising.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Grand Rising, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. Welcome to day number 385 in the Wake Up Everybody virtual series community. My name is Coach Sheryl. For those of you who do not know me, my full name is Sheryl Lynn Nubia McMillan Arnold Lato Glenn. I am 57 years old. I am here as a stand for healing, wellness, peace, joy, and love. And what I'm called to do in the world is to teach healing and wellness by any means necessary in the highest degree. And I'm also, even before all of that, I am a child of the Creator. I am of the divine and was created with love and created by the best design. And so are you. What I also want to say about myself is I am my birth sign is a Leo, and that is my sun sign, and my moon sign is a Capricorn, and my rising is a Sagittarius. And I'll say more about that later. Also, I am a number 5 person, and I am a 5 of clubs in the Cards of Destiny. So, and my love language, I would say my number 1 love language is words of affirmation. So I describe myself in that way because I'm aware of who I am and many of what my gifts are. And I would like to activate and ask within you, who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? How do you define and describe yourself? And I'm not just talking about your appearance, what you look like. I'm not talking about your style of clothing, what kind of music you like. All of that is relevant and important. But who are you on the inner scene? Who are you? And did you realize that you are a gift? Do you know that you are a gift from the Creator? That actually being alive is a gift. So, and in that being alive, there are stages that we must go through. We go through the stages of aging. We go through stages of experiences. We go through the stages of trials and tribulations and joys, the roller coaster of things going well and not things going not so well. And do you know who you are? So I'm going to come back to who are you? And I would like someone to share with me how they see themselves and who they are. So John or Kinyofu, if you would have someone come on to share with me as much as they can of who they are.
Yes, maybe Althea, can you share with us?
Oh, hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm surprised. Um, but my name is Althea Attica Charles. I am 35 years old. I um I was born in Guyana, South America. I came here at 17, 2 weeks before my 17th birthday. So I'm also a naturalized citizen of America. Um, who am I? I'm a Virgo. I was born September 20th. And mom and dad are kind of like confused at the time of birth, but it was a Friday. I know that for sure. It was a morning. Um, I think my communication is in a Sagittarius, so, and my number is 7. My mom has 7 kids, so that's relevant. I'm the oldest of the 7. So I consider myself to be a trendsetter in a way for my siblings because they always look up to me for guidance. Um, who am I? I've been asking myself that question. I think that I am, as far as I know, and I uphold in this being is that I am a loyal person. I'm trustworthy. I come from a place of peace, but sometimes that peace can be easily challenged depending on what I'm faced with. I'm honest with um, with myself, and I would say I'm a healer because I'm a nurse by definition, by profession actually, but I've always been able to provide a healing energy for people who come around me and also for myself. Um, my favorite color is red.
I love I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Thank you, Althea, for sharing who you are.
Thank
And
you.
who you are is beautiful and made in the perfect design. And thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
anyone else want to share who they are? I want just everyone to be present to who they are, even if you're not sharing it because you don't have like a list to rattle off the top of your head of who you are, but come into the presence of who you are and what that says, what you would say to anyone who asks, who are you? And not just your outer self, but your inner self. So come into the presence of that. Anyone else willing to share who they are? Anyone sharing in the chat?
I see, well, the chat's quiet. John says he knows who he is. And then he adds later on, I'm a spirit expressed as a magical melanated man.
I like that. I like that. John, say more about that. I want to hear more about the magical part.
Awesome. Well, a magical melanated man, magical because of my ability to create magic, make things come from the invisible. That's a quality of spirit. We're here to create. And then melanated because I'm Black, born into this beautiful Black skin. So I acknowledge that. And then man, because of the energies I take on as a man. But just to identify spirit into physical. And there's so many other things to say about who I am, especially expanding on the ability to create magic. We're all magical, and we have to know that. We have to know our power. I think that knowing your power is the first essence in claiming who you are. Because if you claim who you are, but you don't know your power, you don't fully embrace the essence, the fullness of who you are and who you are creating yourself to be in this physical realm. So definitely physical first.
That's so key. What I want to unfold today in the community, just really knowing who you are and knowing your power. So you hit right on it, and that's really We could close out now. Where's the other slides? No, I'm just kidding. But in essence, that is what part of what I want to convey. Knowing who you are on the inner scene and who you are as made by the Creator, and what your talents and gifts are is most important in managing how you manage through the stages of life. Okay. So how do you, before you go, John, before you go back off spotlight, how do you use that magic and that ability to create and pull magic from the inner scene in the world to help you when you're going through challenges in the world?
I call on my magic every moment because we're constantly creating. So for me, you know, my message is about energy. Energy flows where your attention goes. So I'm constantly monitoring and balancing where my attention goes. If it is in a place that serves me or not serves me, because depending on where my focus is, I'm creating in that direction. And then balance, because depending on how I'm feeling emotionally determines how I'm creating what I'm creating. Because, you know, like with the magic, if we're focused in a place where like money, you know, money is a big thing for everyone. So if I'm thinking about money, that's where my focus is. I'm creating something around money. But depending on how I'm feeling about money, if I'm feeling lack, I don't have enough, I'm scared about paying my bills or whatever, then I am creating lack around money. But if I'm feeling good, knowing that money is my own natural energy yielding, if I know that, then I'm creating abundance and wealth around money. So it's not just where I'm focused, it's how I'm feeling about what I'm focused on that gets me what I get from this magical universe that we create with.
Absolutely, because what you focus on, you get more of, and what energy you bring to it emotionally is what helps to manifest it. So yeah, that's why I hate when people say I'm worried, because I don't know who it was that said this, but I'm going to take it and put it right here. Worry is a prayer for something you don't want to happen. So you don't want to worry, because we're focusing energy that's low vibrational concern and anxiety on something that we don't want to happen. Instead, shift it and focus on what you do want to happen. As John said, you're concerned about the bills, then focus on what it would be like to be able to pay them and how much you need. And, you know, what life would be like on the other side of the bills being paid, or whatever the challenge is. So thank you for bringing that in, John. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyone else want to share who they are?
Teresa dropped in the chat. I am Teresa Lorraine Scott. I'm a servant of the Most High, lover of people, joy giver, healer, mother, cancer, big, beautiful Black queen, mother, grandmother, creator. And yes, and Charmaine drops in from Facebook that Jem McBean shares. I am Meg Jem, shining effortlessly, a nurturer, 67, solar, returns on planet Earth. Life path is 8, Gemini with a Pisces rising, optimistic, striving and living my best life, always craving shalom from Yahweh, my heavenly Father.
Ashe, Ashe, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love that I'm in the presence of people who know who they are and who are able to call that in. And if you don't know who you are and can't yet call that in to be able to speak that out, I want you to tap into that today. I want you to create for yourself who you are and who you stand in, because it's extremely important to know who you are, because that's who you are to make it through this life, make it through all the stages of life that you're blessed to go through. We may not be in touch with the fact that that's a source of what can help us going through the stages in life, who we are, who we're created to be, because it's very, very important to tap into that and utilize that strength that comes from knowing who you are. I see Zakia typing up in the chat. Let's hear from Zakia, who she says she is, please.
Okay. Zakia says, I'm relearning who I am. I do know that I am a gift. I am Zakia, Z, Cynthia, Lorraine, Burrows, Thomas, Talib Bay. I am 61 years young. I am being of the Most High Creator of all that is. I'm a miracle. I was born on June 19th, 1960 at 9:30 a.m. on the U.S. Air Force Base in Bermuda. I was born on Juneteenth. I was born on Father's Day. I am Gemini Cancer. I love color. My favorite color is purple. I love life. I am grateful for being.
Ashe, Ashe.
She also asked, she forgot to say, I'm a mother of 3, grandmother of 5 so far. I'm an eccentric being.
Eclectic.
I am a griot, storyteller, edutainer.
I heard her chime in, say eclectic.
Okay.
That's cool. So all of these beautiful beings that know who they are, I love that. I would love to hear how someone would use who they are to support them through a difficult stage in life, a trauma, a birth, a death, a loss, a change, a move. They say those are some of the things that a divorce that will make you or break you, right? So when we go through these different stages in life, using who we are can actually help us shift and help us adapt to what challenges we have before us. So I'll share mine, but first I would like to hear from anyone who had a difficulty that they were able to utilize knowing who they are and being grounded in who they are to support them through that difficult challenge. Is there anyone?
I don't see any hands raised, but I do see a chat from Candace Hurley, and I'm thinking to call her onto our platform.
Yes.
Candace.
And I like what Z said, Zakia said. Her aunt had a plaque that read, "Worry is the interest paid on trouble before it's due." Yeah, exactly. That makes so much sense.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I joined a couple of minutes late, but I did put in the chat who I think myself and know myself to be. I am basically a teacher. I've taught since I was very young. My parents bought me a blackboard, and so I was outside in the backyard in Jamaica pretending and teaching the little kids, from the neighbors' homes. So I've always been that. My voice is solid in front of a room. I'm always looking to educate and to lead others towards more knowledge, better knowledge. So that most, God bless you, blessings, more than anything else, being a teacher just pours out of me. I'm a freedom fighter teacher. I'm one of the conductors on the Underground Railroad today.
Okay.
However, I teach anyone I come into contact with.
Ashe, thank you.
Complete.
Can you share how being a teacher has helped you through any of your challenges in life? Any of the stages that you've gone through that maybe have been difficulty, a trauma, anything that being a teacher and calling on that teacher within yourself has helped you?
Absolutely. More than once when trauma has hit, when I lost my mother in 2010, followed by my father-in-law and my nephew in 2011, it was turned into my books and my journaling and the modes and the tools that I use as a teacher that helped me to understand that they're still here in spirit and to remain connected with them. 1995 when I lost Enid, my grandmother, right? So the reading, the writing, the being aware of their entity and essence and energy still protecting and watching over me. I've been able to remember that, teach myself that, and guide myself through.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Candace. I appreciate that. And thank you for gracing us with your beautiful smile. And I know there's something going on with your voice, so maybe you're speaking softly because someone's asleep. But thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it and sharing.
Appreciate it. Thank you, my loved one.
So another thing I wanted to share about the stages of being in touch with oneself and who oneself is, before I go into sharing my story, is that it's critical to accept yourself in the stages of life in terms of how we age. We get older, we go through mental changes, we go through appearance changes, we go through shifts in life with trauma, trials, and tribulations. But when you know who you are and you're grounded in yourself, you can pull on and call on those things to support you in going through those stages, right? If I want to show you a picture of me. I want to take you back for a minute. I want to show you me through a couple of stages in life. And the key here to look at is if I maintained my look or my outlook or the way I'm being from the earliest stages through now, some of it will benefit me, but some of it could harm me. Think of a child and how, okay, I'm going to start with just those two. Thank you, Facebook. So this is me with my dad when I was about 5 or 6 years old. That's me, and whatever, and you see my little viewer thing that I was playing with. A part of that is still with me, a part of being who I was then. As you can see, I like jewelry, lots of jewelry, and still do. So there's a lot of things that are with me that will always be me, but I couldn't wear like that same gown. I couldn't wear there's aspects of that picture that describe, how I couldn't be that way anymore. Let me go on to this one. This one is actually my favorite. This is me with my mom when I was about 12, turning 13. And we went to, at that time, May's department store. And my mom bought my first camera for me. And I was just so ecstatic. And I was just as cute as can be, wasn't I? So I still have that ability I still take pictures. I've been taking pictures ever since that day. And I'm still into taking pictures. And I was since then. And that's something that stays with me. And the other one that I showed you, I still love jewelry. That's something that stays with me. Those are part of the essence of who I am. But I couldn't wear that t-shirt. I couldn't wear those clothes. I couldn't definitely wear that hairdo. That's not me. That's just not who I am. Thank you all for the comments about being cute. I appreciate that. My little Shirley Temple response. But I just want you to be present to there's aspects of you that have been you since you were very, very small, and that still are who you are. But then there's aspects that don't serve anymore. And you gotta not hold on to them because they're not what you're supposed to. Like if I looked at myself at 12, 13, that picture and said, wow, I'm cute. I could so stay just like that. And I modeled my whole life around that image. That would be so dated. That would just, I would never wear my hair like that again. I think it was cute then, but no, I don't like it. It's not my style. Doesn't resonate with who I am. So there are many things that we can take from our childhood. And I'll go on to share a couple more phases of my life to just show you guys that we change. We go through different stages. We have different looks. And with those different looks, we have different thoughts and ways of being. And that's fine. But take from the previous ways of being the essence of who you were and add that. And let that be a part of how you govern yourself when you're going through your challenges. There's a picture that I'm looking for that I'm not seeing, but I'll start with this one. So this is me. I was about 16. I was a cheerleader for a local, some of y'all from Brooklyn might know the Whipsticks, for a Bed-Stuy football local group. And so we had a banquet ball. And so this is me at the banquet ball. Yeah, I was wearing these high heels, which I don't even dare do now. Tight skirt, all of that. Yeah, that's cute. And that worked for me for then, but it's not who I am now. It's not the style of who I am now. And there are, I would say the things that I would take from that period would probably be the confidence that I had as a young person is probably even more so than then. So I want you to just be present to the fact that there are stages and phases that we go through that we need to just tap into the highest aspect of the stage and carry that with us, but release the parts that don't serve any further. Can anybody relate? Can anybody relate? So does anyone want to share how some aspect of who they were? Okay, Teresa, I see your hand raised. Thank you.
Absolutely. I really connect with what you're saying, because a lot of times I was still living in my past, and that's why I was not happy, like I am now. So because, like, and the way you did the pictures and stuff, it just put a smile on my face, because it just made me feel like, hey, like you could take a part of, whatever that you've gone through, the pictures, look at some pictures from your childhood. But as a child, I was happy, but then I was going through other stuff. But one of the things what I could say is that when I stay in joy and laughter and healing, that's what, when I'm showing up as a joy giver for myself and the healer as myself, then I'm able to, go through some of the stuff. But I love those pictures, but it just brought me to a whole new light of looking at stuff and looking at the old pictures and seeing, like you said, take the beauty, like whatever you can take from it, like I used to love to dance, and I still love to dance, like I used to wear different hairstyles, and I still do that. So, there's different parts of me, but to me, this age, I feel a lot more freer to be who I'm supposed to be. So I love that you having this today. Thank you so much. And I'm complete.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Teresa. Thank you for presencing your love for yourself and your stages and the stage that you're in now. Because if we're not accepting where we are now, then we can't plan for the future. We can't strive for the future. We can't manifest for the future. If we're still thinking, wow, I really wish I looked like, felt like, lived like I was yesterday and yesterday and yesterday ago, then we're living in the past. And living in the past will create depression. You'll get depressed because that's gone. It's finished. It's no more. It was. And when it was, 9 times out of 10, when it was there, when you were at that stage, you were thinking, well, what about the future? I can't wait until I'm older. I can't wait to be able to do this and dress that way and think this way and have the freedom to do as I please. I remember that was what I was thinking. I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do, go when I wanted to go, come when I wanted to come, and I couldn't wait to do it. So much so that I left my parents' house at the age of 18 and I never looked back. And that was actually to my benefit, because I learned so much about my own independence, my own drive, my own abilities and gifts. But if I would have, if I look back now and say, oh, I really wish I still lived where I lived, or you know, okay, so I'm a plus size woman, very plus size now. I was not so much plus size when I was younger. If I looked at myself now and continued to say, I wish I was when I was back then, that doesn't give me the freedom to create something in the world now. That doesn't give me the freedom to create who I want to create myself to be now in the future, to resculpt my body as I desire it. If I'm pining and feeling uncomfortable and feeling like a loss. So I want us to just be present to the fact that living in the space of loss does not give you the space to create what you actually do want. So live in the space of being present is where you get the freedom to create what you do want. So that's one thing. I would like us, if you have your mirror, or if you have your phone and you can put it on the selfie mode, I want us to do a little bit of an exercise, a little activity. Okay. So everybody grab their mirror. And excuse me for the congestion coming down. But obviously I'm moving something in myself through doing this presentation. I want to tell you, first, I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys and just tell you that this is a tough subject for me. This is a tough subject to be public with. To be a plus size woman that is working on themselves to be less than plus size and to be public with this is just really not easy. But I have to tell you, knowing who I am has been the gift that has served me to make it through the difficulties. Being grounded in the knowledge that my life is a gift, that I am a gift from the Most High, made in the best design. And that even going through this in this time is a gift. Even going through this challenge of seeking to reduce my weight and to resculpt to my body is a gift. Because I can't wait to see what's going to be on the other side of it. Instead of living in the past of who I was, what I looked like, how I was being in the past, I'm creating for the future. I'm living in the now and being accepting of who I am in the now. And that is the key to me for all of our challenges, because if it's anywhere, it's everywhere, as Coach E.R. Robbins says. So that is the key to helping us through all of our challenges. Seeing and accepting ourselves where we are. And loving ourselves through our challenges. Being grounded in who we are. So I want you to take out your mirror. And I want you to look at yourself. And Kenyofu, I want us to take a minute and look at ourselves and assess what you see. Just don't look away. Give yourself eye to eye for 1 minute. And then after that 1 minute, we're going to let you know, still keep looking at yourself. This is a 5-minute exercise, okay? After 1 minute, just look at yourself in the eye. And in 3 minutes of, after the 1 minute, the next few minutes, I want you to love on yourself. I want you to look at the things in yourself that make you say, yeah, she's cute. Oh yeah, she's fine. Oh yeah, he looks good. Oh yeah, they want me. I want you to love on yourself sincerely for the 3 minutes. And then on at the end, I want you to take 1 minute and say, okay, this is what I could improve, or this is what I want to build on. Okay, so we're going to do this mirror selfie exercise. If you don't have a mirror, I want you to use your selfie on your phone. Okay, ready? Can you give us a minute and then let us know when the minute is done, and then go to 3 minutes and then the 1 minute again.
Okay. Go on.
Okay, so everybody pull up their mirror. Can I see it on gallery view? All right, let's go. Just look at yourself. Assess what you see. Don't make any changes now, just looking, you're just looking.
That's time.
Okay, so now for the part of where we're going to love on ourselves, I want everyone to unmute because I want to hear it. I want you to look at the mirror, but I want you to talk and speak to yourself. Ready? Let's have 3 minutes of it. Everyone unmute. Speak to yourself. Yes, she is
I'm
fine.
powerful.
She is beautiful. Eyes, oh my God. That's
Okay,
have
girlfriend.
You are gorgeous.
Moving
You are a woman,
That's
champion.
The way I
yes,
am.
yes,
You
I
are
can create
so
anything in this world.
girlfriend.
you are this.
yes.
I'm happy.
Moving
Mm.
PP. That's
You are happy.
collective
You are entrepreneur.
Yes.
You're so loving and so sweet. You are practitioner. You are
Right.
Love yourself,
a
Anita.
flower
Love yourself.
in a flower garden.
Love Lola. Being the light, for
Wonderful.
serving. Thank you, Loving Bowler, for loving who you are.
Pure.
Thank you, Loving Bowler, for staying on your
Cover,
spiritual path.
cover a beautiful
Loving
thing.
Bowler, helping and guiding others.
You are so happy.
Being a shining light.
Clean.
Loving
You are
Bowler,
happiness.
I love you.
Thank
I love
you
you.
so
I'm
much.
proud of you and who you have become.
Who you are right now.
Thank you,
Just who you are. Showing up as
things
yourself.
that
being that light in the world.
That healer, that
You are
creator,
beautiful.
that protectress,
everything you put in
that
place is working.
free
Don't
lady. You are
wait
just
Stop, stop.
doing the
Don't
next
stop.
thing.
Keep going.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Yes, you are beautiful.
Yeah. Keep
Our
it.
you.
child of the Most High.
You are the
Keep
child
it going, keep it going.
Light shine.
healer.
Our beautiful
Yes. You
eyes,
love to smile.
cheeks,
You are a
so
singer.
beautiful. Yes. Love it.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I
How
love
much
it. I
time
love
do
it.
we have? Yo,
Bring God
I love
first.
it.
36 seconds.
God of yourself.
come on,
I
you
love
guys.
it. I love you. I
40
love it.
seconds.
I love you. I
Yourself.
love you. I love you. I love you.
Mind, beautiful. She has
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love of the universe.
Yes,
Like
you are.
like
Good.
that Leo. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
That Capricorn, straightforward. Yes.
What a
Awesome.
girl, what a
Thank
girl.
you. Love,
Can you
You
handle it?
power,
are
courage.
so beautiful.
Love, power,
Yes.
You
courage.
are a
I'm grateful.
multiple business owner.
All the
Yes,
time.
Love, power, courage. We are
yes.
blessed.
Is
A
peace.
healer, a lover.
Rising to the
I
top.
love you.
Blessings to the world.
That's
Rising.
time.
Nothing that you can't do.
Thank you. So now the last,
Again.
to mute again, I want you to look at and say in yourself or to yourself what you want to build on, what you want to do to make a shift or improvement, right? So we can do that privately. You can take it off gallery view. Thank you. So give us that 1 minute, Kinyofu. Thank you.
I'm bringing attention. Okay, 1 minute on.
Thank you. Spend some time in the mirror.
No conscious about the detail, those little fine details that nobody
Look at every detail.
to me. Who knows the space? I know what I want to bring back. I'm working on.
Make it useful. Make it count. Breathe it in. Let it be a blessing. It's you. There is only one you.
That's
How are
time.
we? All
That's
right.
time.
Okay, mirrors down. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for participating so wonderfully in that. So I want to hear from someone what that was like for them, what came up, and what that was like for them. Anybody? Anybody raising their hand? Anybody saying something in chat? Ready to share?
No hands yet, but
We've got one hand.
Okay, we had Althea with a hand.
Okay,
Go
I'll
ahead.
be. I'm back on. Yes.
And Candace.
Okay, wonderful. I'd love to hear from them.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for this exercise. I actually tried this a few times before to build my overall confidence because I struggle with presenting myself who I am. And I remember the stages I go through, I take time to adjust and accept it every time. I also struggle with issues of my physical because I've always been teased a lot. So finding a way to consistently love myself or love who I am has been something on my priority list these days. So this was a very great exercise for me, and it still brings up a very vulnerable part of me because I'm still looking at myself and trying to embrace all that I see, on trying to let go of all the negative things that have been said to me from a very young age that has never made me feel good about myself or good about who I am, and find a place where I can celebrate and live on a high vibration. So by looking at myself today, I felt proud that I didn't look away,
Yes.
didn't come up with no negative thoughts about my features, how I looked, how I felt. I felt proud to be present. Just saying to myself these positive things like what I want to work on, like eat more, to be more caring and more gentle with myself and the words that I speak, because those become a manifestation later down. And finding a way to not only just look at the physical, but what lies within, and replacing that with more positive, high vibrational words and thoughts that will carry forward. And I would say that this practice is very helpful because it allowed me to stand in my grace. Because even to this day, people come for me like with the things they say. Oh, you're a man. You look like a man. Or your features are so harsh. And I'm like, these are beautiful features that people try to get every day. They pay money. You know, I learned to accept the beautiful brown skin that I'm in. I don't like to say black because black is like nothing, but being brown and beautiful show up in so much ways, like, you know, and there's so many shades and so many aspects. I love everything about me. I love my hair. I love my smile, my voice. I love that I'm able to heal the parts of me that no one else seemed to be able to touch, and that have given me the strength to carry forth and to speak highly of who I am, who I continuously to become. And people would sometimes look at me and say, "Oh, you're so slim or you're so skinny," and those hurt too, because in my society, being small is like, oh, something is wrong with you, you know. And I grew up always being teased about that, and just learning how to accept that being at any size, I'm still beautiful, and not an exterior thing. It's beauty that lies within me, being able to connect on levels beyond just the physical is what's so important to me now in this stage of my life, and reaching people who are able to connect with me on that level as well. So looking in the mirror has taught me how to be completely honest with myself, inward and outward. So thank you for this.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for the vulnerable share. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and how that is, and the fact that you are not what you've been through. You're not what you've been through or what other people say about you. A phrase I like to use is, what other people think about me is none of my business. But using the tool of who you are on the inner side to manifest and magnify who you truly are on the outer side is really, really wonderful. And the mirror work will do that. And you got this. You got this. Words that hurt is what built what you're feeling, what you've been feeling now. So it'll take words that heal to actually replace that and knock those out. And if you do it in the mirror, what happens is you speaking to yourself is the most powerful voice. Is more powerful than any voice that anybody else has, because it's the same voice that the creator speaks to you through, your own. It sounds like your own. So it's very, very powerful to use the mirror and to speak your words to yourself. Even if you're not in a mood for it, record it and listen to it, but in your own voice. Just keep working on it, and you listen, you will continue to blossom. And I just want to say, continue to blossom as a lotus blossoms.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And then there was Candace.
Yes, thank you, Sister Cheryl. What resonated for me in the exercise was how necessary it is to do this probably on a daily basis, that I've spent so many years not doing that, like doing the opposite of it. It's easier to denigrate. And as you've shown us in the exercise, in the demonstration with the sister before, it's so easy for us to repeat the voices of the negative rather than change those voices. And so loving on oneself in that way, what a necessity. And I thank you for the blessings.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to encourage this as a tool that everyone use, even in difficult times, even in difficult times. And it will empower you and connect you with your spirit self and the way that the Most High created you perfect. In the design chosen by the Most High. And it will activate within you who you really are. So definitely a tool to use, a tool to use in everyday times and especially in difficult times. Ashe Z, yes, especially in difficult times. Thank you, Candace. Any other comments of anyone want to share about how that exercise works for them?
It's so healing, Sister Cheryl. Thank you so much for this. Just from the time when you started talking about all that beautiful stuff and, you know, being who you are now and just loving who you are. I said such beautiful words to myself. It was just so good. And, you know, just to be able to say that, I've come a long way compared to what I was, you know, telling myself before. So this is just so, I mean, I really got to just take out, I didn't have a mirror, but I just looked in my picture, you know, in the camera, and I just
Yes.
began to talk to myself, and it was just so nice. You know, I saw a few little things, but it wasn't as much. You know, I was just saying that, you know, that I love my body, you know, like right where it's at. You know, like sometimes I be, you know, trying to love it in the future, but I love my body right where it's at, because this body has got me. This body right here has got me places that I would have never gotten if I didn't have this body. And it's given me a push to go places and do things, you know, even having like my legs feel like a person who has elephantitis. And these legs have taken me places that I would have never, ever went if I maybe if I would have had. And I've been in places and I've done things in my life that I've never do. And I've forgotten all those beautiful things that I've done because I've been so busy looking at, you know, the negative part of the legs and not looking at the glorious part of what these legs have done for me. And they've taken me some places and traveled me some places that I've never ever traveled. And so you just remind me of the beautiful things that I've done with these beautiful legs. And you know, our bodies are just beautiful, and we just need to embrace the beauty of our bodies just how they are right now.
Absolutely.
And I'm complete.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And that is so, so true, about accepting us where we are, accepting our body, whatever its status is, whatever its state is, not comparing to our past, not comparing to others, but just truly being in the moment with yourself, with your skin, your eyes, your hair, your physique, all of it is the only way to create something different if that's what you want. But it's okay to just be where you are also. Be in the moment. We're always thinking of the past or moving forward to the future, but are we present to the moment? And the moment is a blessing. The moment is a complete blessing. So we are approaching 8 o'clock. And I know that there are people that will have to leave to go to work or whatever have you. My contact information is being dropped in the chat as we speak. And, you know, reach out to me. At Your Bliss Zone is my Instagram. Your Bliss Zone is my Facebook page. And yourblisszone@gmail.com is my email. So do reach out to me if you need support, if you want to understand, if you want to tap into some tools, because I have tools that will be a support to you. And I have, I'm also going to share some books that help you to find who you are, that help you to discover your life path number, your birth sign, and the moon and the sun and the rising and all the different things. Help you to discover your love language. Do you know your love language? Because you got to love on you in your love language. Whatever language that you're loving on people in. And there's a book called The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman that you guys pick it up. And I'm going to show those books towards the end. So we have, my love language is words of affirmation. So if I can tell you, girl, you're looking good, or God, I love the smell of that cologne, or whatever, I have to make sure I'm telling that to myself too. I have to, because that's how I'm feeding off of the words, because that's how I give love and also how I receive love. And so it's important to know your love language and get in touch with that. And so there are different languages that we speak our love in, express our love in. And that book helps you discover them and explore. So Next, I want to share a couple more phases, and then I want to share some tools. It is it is good to reflect. And see, I and my family, I'm like the historian with pictures. So I have pictures of not only my own history, but I have just about everybody in the family's history. And so when they need a picture for anything, they generally come to me. So I'm going through a lot of pictures to get to what it is that I'm looking for myself. Because I really don't take a lot of pictures of myself, but I shouldn't say that because I do. I do take selfies, check out myself, how the world sees me. Okay, so I can't find the one of when I was getting married, because that's a phase as well. If I don't see that one, that's okay. And forgive me, have grace on me for not putting it all together on a slide in advance. That's my usual self. That's my usual preparation. And but this is such a near and dear to my heart subject, and I wanted to be completely vulnerable and transparent. So I decided not to do slides, but maybe I should have done at least one or two. But anyway, I'll show you this one of me on my 50th birthday. Okay, so total different look. My locks were shorter. Still a plus size woman, of course. That's been with me most of my life, especially my adult life. But this was a fun moment. And what I can say I can take from that is that's who I am in essence. I am a fun person, a person who enjoys fun, period. And but what I miss from that is I had more bodily freedom at that time. And what I'll say about that is that I still had the ability to, I still have much more mobility than I do have right now. And yeah, that was a fun time. They gave me a surprise birthday party and it was just the best. So my mobility is something that I've been challenged with for a long time. And through the loss of my youngest brother, who died at the beginning of 2019, that sort of like knocked the wind out of my sails. He died, he had broke his leg, and then 2 weeks later he was dead. And that really just, knocked a lot of wind out of me. And so I ended up by maybe 3 months, 6 months later using a walker. Okay. And to get around, because it just, my lower back just started to just hurt a lot. And I already had arthritis in 2 knees. So that happened. And then through the pandemic, and so as I'm starting to get over, I won't say get over it, I'll never get over my loss of my baby brother. We asked for him to be here, and Creator gave us him. But as I was starting to heal from the loss of him, from his not being here in the earthly realm, then pandemic hit. The pandemic hit, and we were locked down. And yeah, that didn't serve me at all in terms of my fit. It served me well because Wake Up was created. It served me in the spiritual and the emotional worlds because Wake Up was created, and there was so much work to do and share with you all my tools and details with how I live my life. But in terms of my mobility and my ability to get out every day and get around and everything, and not doing that and going outside daily and all of that, that bothered me more than I care to say, or more than I can put words to say. And so in that, I have, I put on more weight. And so then as the pandemic began to let up and the lockdown let up and we're starting to come out and everything, I started working out to exercise to reduce pounds, just overall. And in that process, I think I overdid it and I hurt my good leg. You know, we have that bad knee that's really bad, and then we have that worse knee. So the worst knee was working fine, but the better knee, it hurt really bad. And so that took me to the point of just not being able to put weight on my legs. And that's not good. That's not productive for who I am as a person. So what I did, because I'm with accepting where you are, even if it's a place that's not good or that doesn't serve you, your highest self. But I got inspired to get a scooter. And I'm not talking about one of those standing scooters, although I wonder if that would have helped. But since I couldn't put the weight on my knee, no, I don't think it would have. But I had a motorized scooter that I worked from. And I've been rolling around since that time. And, you know, I took shots in my knees, and that was like something I wasn't even open to trying, but that did help, but it didn't help me to be able to completely put all the weight back on my legs. So I still had to live. I still had to go to doctor's appointments. I still had to go to physical therapy. I still had to go shopping, whatever I needed to do. And I'm not a person who will be stopped. So I did utilize the scooter, and I am still currently operating from a scooter, but I have enlisted a team of Wake Up Everybody facilitators to support me in regaining my mobility and resculpting my body to what it is that is my ideal and my heart's desire, based upon where I am and what I see for my future. So I say all of that to say, you've seen me for the 385 days here on Wake Up. You've seen me as a facilitator. You've seen me as admin. You've seen me. And maybe you haven't known that these challenges that I've had. But what I want to share is that the inner light that I have has always shone through. And that's what's keeping me. And that's what's driving me. And that's what's making me continue to strive. So I want you to know, knowing who I am and knowing the light that I have to shine on the world, nothing is going to stop that. Not even if I ended up to where it's just a talking head, I'm going to still shine my light. But I'm not giving up. And like I said, I've enlisted a team. So don't cry for me, Argentina, because I'm working on myself. I'm a work in progress always. But I'm going to show you me last summer and me like last month. So this is me last summer in my home area, just standing. My daughter decided she wanted to take a picture. And this is me last month out with one of the sisters from Sister Teresa, actually, who is also an admin behind the scenes. So this picture is you would think I'm like 4 feet tall if you don't know that I'm on a scooter. So I'm doing a huge reveal here by sharing with you this picture. Okay. So, like I said, don't cry for me because I'm on my journey and I'm using my tools. But I want to activate within you the awareness of knowing who you are, knowing your gifts, knowing that you are a gift. You are a gift. Life and living is a gift. So each day you wake up above ground, as they used to say, is a gift. It's a good thing. So work that gift. And how you work that gift is by utilizing the tools and knowing who you are. As I said, I'm a stand for peace, healing, joy, and love. I'm here in planet to teach healing and wellness in the highest degree by any means necessary. And as you can see, it begins with me. I am my birth sign is a Leo. I have a Sagittarius rising and a Capricorn moon. I am a number 5 person. 5 is my birth number. And I am a 5 of clubs in the cards of destiny. So off the top of my head, those are some of the things that I look at and think of as I reflect on myself. And these are the tools to know who you are, can be supported by you using your gemstones, using your essential oils, reading books that talk about who you are with what you were born under, because the Creator had you born at a certain time, on a certain day, a certain location for a reason. It's nothing is happenstance. It's divine coincidence. So with all of that, you can look at that and see what your tendencies are. See what what your challenges are and why maybe you have a difficulty with the challenges that you have. And then you can push through greater or accept it and be with it. So when it comes to the astrological chart, I have Taurus in a place of expansion. And Taurus is a sign that loves comfort and loves, I see some Tauruses raising their hands. Tauruses love that, they love that good food. Don't mess with the Taurus's food. They love comfort. They love luxury. And yeah, that's a big part of Taurus. Am I wrong, John Carl? Did I leave anything out about the Tauruses?
There's a lot more to Taurus than you can even mention in this one. I am a Taurus, and I cannot be defined in this 90-minute session.
That's right. I know that's right. And I know all of us say that about our birth signs. So I just say all of that to let you know, I know what my challenges are, and I know where I am, and I'm very self-aware, and I'm working on myself to be where I am. But at the same time, in the moment, I accept myself and I accept my gifts and I use them to the fullest. Because if I didn't, I would not be able to be right here with you right now or over these 385 days. So I want to tell you to utilize your gifts and talents, to tap in, to bless you. Utilize knowing who you are to bless you through your traumas, your dramas, your stresses, your past, healing your past, all of it. You got to still be grounded in who you are and good with who you are. You got to be good with it. I love myself right here, right now, in this very moment. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so cute and pink. I would have worn something like frumpy and dowdy and, that doesn't express appreciation for where I am and who I am. I celebrate myself and all my phases and stages. So I encourage you and I embrace you, and I want to, I charge you with doing that going forward. Celebrate who you are. Identify who you are on the inner scene. Because that is something that never changes. It just builds. That is something that never changes. Your looks will change. Look, I got this line in the middle of my forehead. That wasn't there in no cute pictures. This bump on my head, listen, your look, my double chins. I got things I want to change. That changes. Your look, it's going to change. It's just a part of living. Even if you look exactly as you looked when you were 12, it's still going to change. Your hair might not be the same color or the same texture or whatever. Don't focus on just those things. Focus on the inner part, because there's some light in there that is never going to change, because that's who the creator, when the creator said be, and it is, that's who he made you to be. That's who you were created to be, in the perfect design, the perfect image. Get it?
What a sermon, Cheryl. I feel the energy in the room, like people are just like heavy with what you're receiving, but light at the same time. Like when that phrase, E.F. Hutton speaks, we all listen, and that's where I feel everybody is with you speaking right now.
Ashe. So we're all, thank you, John, for that, perfectly imperfect. Thank you. We are all perfectly imperfect. And our life's goal is not to be perfect, but it's to be in the journey. That's what we're here to do, be in the journey and learn our lessons. And the lessons are not for you to, the lessons don't go like this. Oh, I'm going to put this lesson on like this. And the lessons are not for your outer side. The lessons are for your inner side. So
I don't know if Sahu Speak wants to speak. She took herself off of mute.
Yeah, I do.
I would love to hear my beloved Sahu speak.
Yeah. So greetings, everyone. Thank you for this session, Coach Sheryl. Just like, yeah, it's just been so powerful for me. And thank you for just your transformation and your personal reveal. Thank you so much for that. And I didn't know that I was actually a part of the healing team with you. So thank you. So we had something in place, and it chose to not do it. I would love to just speak again afterwards on that. You know, on how what we can do in reference to that. So I want to stay on the team. I know I was on the team.
Definitely going to be staying on the team.
So thank you. I want to say a takeaway for me in this was the self-talk, and of keeping in mind that the creator talks to you in your own voice. That was so powerful for me. It just resonated me with doing the self-healing, guided self-massage practices, but this added another piece for me in my work to others, but to me first. Like the creator speaks to me. I just never thought about it, that the creator speaks to me in my voice. So like this morning, I was just, right before I came on, I was just doing a meditation, and I had started my libation, and then the meditation took over. It's so funny. I'm pouring libation, and the meditation just takes over. It's wonderful. And then I put you on, and then you're like self-talk. The creator speaks to you in your own voice. And then the image, the mirroring piece was like, it was just a continuation of how I started my morning. So thank you so much for that. And my takeaway again is the creator talks to me in my voice. And it's all about my inner journey, because the physical journey changes all the time, but not the inner journey. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I got it.
I say, thank you. Thank you for sharing, reflecting back. I say, thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, we have a couple of hands up, and Laura Clark. Are you ready to join us on stage? Okay, there you go.
Hi, Sheryl.
Hi, Laura, love.
Good morning.
Oh,
thank you. This is so deep. I really felt you this morning. I felt your light. I felt the God that you are. And these messages are coming to me so clear. If I'll just only stop and listen. I am that I am. I am God. I am the light. I am who I am seeking. And I just thank you for affirming this morning. And thank you for your vulnerability, for exposing yourself. As Yeshani would say, expose yourself to heal yourself. And I really thank you. You really touched me, and I'm happy I stayed home this morning to listen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for putting me. Thank you.
Share. Thanks.
All right, and we have Terry has her hand up.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Coach Sheryl. This was exactly what I needed. I'm usually a very high-spirited person, but my body has been taking me through so many changes. And my cerebral palsy never got me down, but the changes that I'm going through is so drastic that I sometimes I don't have words for it, but I notice people will say to me, but Terry, your body's going through so much, but your spirit is high. And I just want to keep that. Yes. Because like you said, I tell people, don't feel sorry for me. This body has taken me a lot of places, and it continues to take me. Even though you might see my struggle, pay my struggle no mind. Look at my spirit and watch me go. But I really needed to hear this today. Thank you so much for sharing your story, because your story has been so encouraging to me. I feel like I'm on top of the world. I can do anything. I just need to get creative about how I go about it. Maybe I can't do it the way I used to do it, but I just got to stop for a moment, pray, chant, and think of how I can do it. And I'm encouraged. Thank you so much.
So welcome. You're so welcome. We are spirit. We are spirit. And that's the part of us that we never, ever can let die, because it doesn't die. And we can never let this world make us think that it will, or it does, or give up. There is no give up. If you're giving up, then you're acquiescing to the thought that the spirit dies, because your spirit is still there. Like I said, if it's just a talking head, that's all that's left of me, I'm gonna be talking and telling and shining my light through my eyes, my third eye, my top of my crown. I'm gonna still be doing what I need to do to share what light the Creator has given to me. And I charge you all with the same. Let your light shine. That's what we're here for. Please believe me. So with that, I thank you. Unless there's any more comments or anyone else would like to share what they got. I know the chat is popping and I haven't even really gotten to look at it and enjoy it. So guys, make sure I get a copy of this chat too.
A lot of the recent comments are supporting your message, thanking you for being vulnerable. And oh, Sean, really?
Anything from Facebook?
Okay, I'm searching up. Yeah, so Facebook, Shauna says, Grand Rising, and thanks for your beautiful share, Coach Sheryl. And I haven't seen very many comments from Facebook. And so Jem says, so profound. Thank you, Coach Sheryl for being naked and vulnerable. Yeah, so it's more of the same from both realms, both Zoom and Facebook. But what I wanted to, I saw a message early on from Sister, and she's still on. So I wanted to know if she wanted to share what her experience was. Her message was back when she was looking in the mirror. And she shared what that experience was like for her. And I would like to know what the recap is, reflection is now. Sister, can you share? So I just jumped out on a limb to ask her, and she might not be available.
Sister?
And that's fine.
No worries. I'm just grateful that one could be with me here today. And
she's here.
She's coming? Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead, sister.
Okay, I was in the bathroom. I only heard my name and I came out, but missed a little, at least like about 5 minutes.
We were just asking something that Kenyofu wanted to highlight, whatever you shared in the chat.
Okay.
So if you reiterate it and share that, that would be wonderful.
Okay, let's see.
It was about looking in the mirror and how you were thinking of things to say to yourself, and it was more internal versus the external.
It was, yes, it was. Yes. Yeah, I kept coming up with things, all the beautiful internal things, but I was a little stuck on the other stuff. But I know that that's all garbage. I'm clear on that. And all that just says to me is I got work to do on that. So it just clarified that for me.
So what are you feeling and seeing as garbage?
Well, I'm saying all the blocks in being able to find, things that I appreciate physically. I know that is blockage and garbage that just came up, and it's like, okay, well, I got that stuff. I have to work on that. So it just kind of clarified, okay, there's work to do on that.
Okay. So I want to presence you to the fact that there is no garbage having anything to do with you. However, they may be voices that were programmed in you that you want to shift and change, that don't serve. They don't serve. Right. Whoever serves them, they serve them, but they don't serve you. So that's it. So it's just because we don't want to think of anything in relation to ourselves as garbage, because then you're manifesting garbage. What you focus on and the energy and the emotion that you bring to it is what brings manifestation of that. So we don't want you to now turn around and have like a bunch of bad skin and all that because you're thinking of something that's garbage. You see what I mean? So even the stuff that doesn't serve, it doesn't serve. And therefore I don't need it. Thank you and goodbye. And then what it is that you want to create. Look at that beautiful face. That beautiful face is filled with light and love and always lots of smiling energy. So, there's no garbage associated with it or anything that anybody said about it that's associated with them who said it.
Yes,
so,
I received that.
Return to sender.
Yes, return to sender. Return to sender. Okay, I love it. Return to sender. I'll be using that for the rest of the year. Thank you.
Yes, Ashe. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Sheryl.
You're welcome. So again, thank you all for being with me today. I want to say, I want to encourage everyone to be vulnerable with themselves as well as publicly vulnerable, because let me tell you something, it's freeing. It's freeing. It's like a weight lifted off, literally and definitely spiritually, lifted off of me. I just want to say that. So some of the tools that you can use to support yourself in discovering who you are, who your soul signature is, your pinnacle self, if you would, are essential oils. And you can get those through me. I can help you. I can do an essential oils consultation, and that's what's being offered to two people today. An essential oils or a gemstone, healing gemstone consultation will be offered, and you can get those from me. And also I wanted to share a couple. Oh, were you sharing the offer first? I just wanted to share these books real quick before some of the books and I'll share it again in the Facebook group. So these are some of the books to help you, ways of seeing yourself, ways of discovering yourself, ways of helping you discover yourself. Because this is a work that we are here charged with. Discovering yourself, and then discovering your relationship to source. Those are two of the most important things that we are here to do. So I find these books very helpful, and there are others. You definitely want a book on astrology. I'll definitely add this as well as a small list of some of the books that I have into the Facebook group. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay,
And,
Sheryl.
if you don't know your rising sign, real quick, if you don't know your rising sign and your moon, or even your sun, some people don't even know their sun sign. cafeastrology.com is a great site. cafeastrology.com. It's a great site that does a free birth chart, and it gives you pages and pages of who you are and who you tend towards. And it's not like, one of the things, I don't use astrology and these things as predictive for predicting the future. Not what I use it as a mirror of my inner self. I use it as a mirror to see who I am showing up as based upon what I was born under, what signs, what planetary influences I was born under, to see myself. And I encourage you to use it in the same way. And with that, it is 8:30, and now I want to close out, and we'll start with the special offer that I'm offering. So now you can pop that up.
How many people? You said 2 people. What are those numbers?
So the numbers are, how many folks we got in here? The numbers are 5 and 19.
Okay, Candace Hurley.
There are no accidents.
No way. I am blessed. I fully accept.
And Terry Ruffin.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so excited. I was just getting ready to hang up to go to work. Thank you. I accept.
Congratulations, Terry.
Thank you.
And everyone else receives 15% off of all purchases of your Bliss Zone healing stones. And you can't find them anywhere because I do a one-on-one virtual consultation with you and showing with you. So it's like a personalized step into the space and share stones with me and see which ones activate you and vibrate you and which ones resonate with you. So contact me by email before Thursday of next week for the winners to receive and for anyone who wants to partake of the healing stones. That is
so, Coach Sheryl, can I just jump in? This is Coach Sahu speaks.
Okay, this is non-traditional, but go ahead, do what you do.
So I would like to charge you with having a session like you did. Like, I don't know when you're going to be on Wake Up Again, but to have this session as your thing. This is your platform. The reveal you did and everything, that can't wait for us. That was so powerful. The stones, that's nice, really wonderful. But what you did today is what I was expecting your special offer to be. So I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that workshop that I will put money on today. If you let me know, yeah, we're going to be doing this workshop to reveal who we are. Let the creator speak to us in our voice, whatever you want to call it, for your Bliss Zone. I'm ready for that.
Ashe.
I charge you with that. I'm complete.
Thank you for the charge. It's duly received. I love my beaded chic family and my Spirit of Woman family. So my contact information, Facebook, Your Bliss Zone. Follow me. Instagram, @Your Bliss Zone. Follow me. And contacting me via email is yourblisszone@gmail.com. And as you can tell, the name of my business is Your Bliss Zone. So I also have a website, yourblisszone.com, which I rarely put up there because I want you to contact me, because anything that I have for you is best for me to consult with you. Contact me. And the love offerings and donations portion of this session. So the way you can share back of what you received from me for today. I shared with you my heart, my spirit, my vulnerability, my light, my love, and my own natural energy yield would be whatever you return back to me financially, or like Coach Sahu Speed said, of something that you would love to see me do. Yeah, so the financial piece, you would be able to do that through soulleadershipdevelopment@gmail.com for Zelle or QuickPay, and through Cash App at $Spirit of a Woman, or click that link. And the code to use, definitely use, is #385 SLG. SLG is for She Loves God. SLG, 385 SLG. So I would appreciate whatever you send, be it $1, be it $5, be it $1,000. I love you, I appreciate you, and it would allow me to do more and be more. And believe me, that scooter, the rental for that scooter is no joke, okay? And I'm only renting it because I don't plan to be on it forever. So I appreciate any donations towards any love offerings that you're giving. Thank you, thank you, thank you in advance. Mwah. And coming up next, join us next week on Sunday morning, August the 8th, for Rites of Passage Trials, Trauma, Isolation, and Liminality. I never saw that word. Liminality as Gateways to Enlightenment, facilitated by Brother Kamal Patab. Beautiful brother. You definitely want to join us. I will be joining because there's a word that I never saw before on there. Rites of Passage, Trials, Trauma, Isolation, and Liminality as Gateways to Enlightenment.
Thank you, Cheryl. So I'm curious, are there any new members out there in Facebook land or in Zoom lands? If you are, please say that you are. I see a name on here that I never saw before, but maybe it's just a nickname. I'm not going to call you out, but if you are new, call yourself out. Drop it in the chat, drop it in the Facebook comment section, and let the community welcome you with open arms. And on that note, come back again so that you can continue to be welcomed and welcome others. We're here in the Zoom space 5 days a week on 3 days, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We're here for 90 minutes from 7 to 8, can't speak, from 7 to 8:30. And on Monday, Wednesday, those are our short days, so we're here from 7 to 7:30. We're always streaming live on Facebook as well. So now, if this is new, if you want to receive messages on your text, remind you of when to join and how to join, then you're going to type in 74121 in the number section of your text. It's going in, that's where it's going to, and then in the comment section, you're going to type in Womb Nation, and then you press send, and you will be put on an automatic text messaging system and get the reminders that you need and are looking for. We have swag, and This is something else that you might be looking for, a sweatshirt to prepare yourself for the weather as it cools down. I'm in denial, but it's gonna happen. So sweatshirts, we also have t-shirts, we have a mug. I hear we also have what is it? Wait, this is the cup, and then we have a mug, and we also have
A wool thermos.
a thermos.
A wool
Yes.
thermos.
Thermos, right, to keep
cold.
you warm. Sorry?
The ones that keep your drink either hot or cold, whatever one you want to do. I love
Yes.
those.
Yes, great, beautiful. As well as masks. So go to bit.ly/Woo Swag. I need to go there so I can see this thermos because I can describe it better if I can see it. Anyhow, bit.ly/Woo Swag, get your swag. Stay in touch. /Wake Up Movement is where you need to go in order to register. So if you're new, this is where you would go, get your link. And everybody actually needs to go here every week to register. We have a new lineup every week and the registration aligns with that lineup. And Facebook, the community that I mentioned before, we have two of them. One is a group, is a private group, and the other is a page. So we are streamed live to the page only because Zoom has created something that lands with us as a glitch. So we are now forced to go to stream onto the page, but we share to the group, and the group is where the action happens. So the group is where our facilitators drop in to share their nuggets and information and insight, and that's also where the community members also share. And so joining the group, bit.ly/Woo Community, that's what you would do. We're on Instagram and we are on YouTube, so you can check us out there. We're not fully present there, but we do have something that you can look at, some things to look at. And if you want to reach us via email, you can type in info.wakeupseries@gmail.com in the to section, and then type away whatever it is that you like to share. Today is Thursday, and we open up your minds to the possibility of becoming a volunteer. So you see what happens here on a daily basis, well, the 5-day basis, and it doesn't happen by osmosis. It happens with a team of volunteers that's behind the scene, and the scene is quite large. The team comes from the Wake Up community, and that you could be a part of the team. Even if you're not sure that there's anything that you have to offer, we invite you to take a look. And I did not actually schedule the next training. I might be looking at it being next Friday, but I will drop it in the Wake Up, the Facebook community for you all to follow. But I do invite you to come to an onboarding orientation so that you can find out what there is that you can do. So we are complete with the slides for the day, and I'm going to ask everybody to unmute themselves so that we can give Sheryl the love shower that she so deserves for this wonderful session.
Thank you, Coach Sheryl.
Cheryl, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. It's
Thank you for being
celebration
vulnerable. Your
And let's move forward,
strength,
everybody.
beauty,
time.
so
Thank you so much.
admirable.
Great work,
I
everybody.
give you praise and thanks for
Celebration.
the word.
Celebrate
Thank you
yourself.
for all that you have
Celebrate
shared
yourself.
today. Sending you love and
Celebrate
light.
yourself.
Continue to
Celebrate
rise
yourself.
with a beautiful
Celebrate
prayer,
yourself.
a beautiful queen.
Celebrate yourself.
Have a wonderful,
Yourself.
have a wonderful day,
Thank
everybody.
you,
And I
thank
love
you.
y'all.
Thank you. 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 Celebration time. Celebration.
Left it all on the
Celebrate yourself.
stage. Yes.
Help ourselves. So
Yes.
this was a good session for me, and it
Yes, it was
revealed work
awesome.
that I need to do. So I'm gonna get to the work now because you didn't do all of
Thank
that
you.
thing. So
Yes. Ashe.
yes,
Thank you,
bless.
Sister Cheryl.